Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering Superman by Joshua Williamson and also Superboy by Porter, and I'll now get things organised as to which super story I'll be beginning with first. So jumping in the first things first, and that is the Superman issue 4 by Joshua Williamson. So jumping into the area of the ratings for the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect somehow with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art, which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also some of the things that are happening story-wise, and then we'll finally get its rating. So as the story begins, we start off with the character known as Dr. Farmer, and how she is also connected to the character of the Silver Banshee. As we jump towards the middle of the story, to which Superman is talking with Lex Luthor, and of course we have Lex Luthor trying to give a type of hero-esque backstory, which could be a complete, utter lie. And we jump a little bit further towards the end of the story, not the complete end, to which we have Superman going up against the character of Silver Banshee. And this is also where we learn around this time that, yes, Jimmy Olsen is in love with a villain. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story. So first things first, considering how much Joshua Williamson has been writing through DC, did we get any comic references even to any of the previous issues? No, we didn't. Next is the area of time, none at all. Next is the area of location. So we had Metropolis, we had Stryker Island Prison. Moving into the next thing, the cast of characters consisting of the Silver Banshee, Dr. Farmer, Lex Luthor, Superman, Lois Lane, Marilyn Moonlight, which came up in conversation, and last but not least, Jimmy Olsen. For the overall story rating in this, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move to Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, which covers the journey of Connor Kent. So jumping in the first things first, for Superboy Man of Tomorrow, who is written by Porter, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give a 7 out of 10. Now it's time as we have a look at the internal art, as well as some of the things that are happening story-wise, as we look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So as the story begins, we get to see Connor Kent going up against the characters of the Cosmeteers, who he sort of helped out a little bit recently, on the planet Dragon that he is on. And of course, as things go a little bit haywire for the character, we actually have, yes, Superboy being an action hero, of course. And he's trying to find a way to escape his circumstances where he is right now. And last but not least, towards the end, to which he also helps take on the group known as the Dominators. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story. So first things first, did we get any indication time-wise? No, we didn't. But what we did get was location and, of course, the cast of characters. So I'll start off with location first. First we had Above Planet Dragon. We also had the Ripper, which was the ship. And also the Dominator Research Lab, to which the Cosmeteers, who we do see in this issue, sort of play a part in. Of course, moving into the cast of characters, we had, of course, Superboy, we had the Dominators, we had Connell, Superboy, and last but not least, the who we know as the Cosmeteers, which seem to be a group of people that it seems a little bit hard to tell if they're working with the Dominators or trying to work against the Dominators, just by their treatment of Superboy, Connell, or Connor Kent. But for the overall story rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. I must admit, I do enjoy this story a little bit more than Son of Kal-El and Adventures of John Kent. The overall story rating is a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep colourful and have yourself an awesome day.